Judge orders Texas to remove border buoys. Here's a clip.
A federal judge in Texas has ordered the state to remove its floating border barriers from the Rio Grande. The order also prohibits Texas from setting up similar buoys, which were designed to keep away migrants. The decision came after the Biden administration sued in July. CBS News immigration reporter Camilo Montoya Galvez joins us now. So, Camilo, what was the Biden administration arguing in its suit?
Hi, Elaine. Good evening. This is a significant legal victory for the Biden administration and a setback for Governor Greg Abbott, a Republican in Texas.
No, for us, everyone in Texas, it's a setback.
These river barriers near Eagle Pass to repel migrant crossings, but the Biden administration quickly sued, arguing that it impeded Border Patrol agents from patrolling the border, that these barriers endangered the safety of migrants because it forced them to swim through deeper parts of the Rio Grande.
It forced them. Listen to how they CBS News, how they frame it. It forced them to swim through deeper waters, or just don't go into the water and try to enter the United States illegally. I mean, they're forced. No, I mean, it incentivizes them to do that, but it definitely doesn't force them. Like, bro, come on. What? Watch how they frame this stuff.
And that it hurt U.S.-Mexico relations. When the barriers were set up, Elaine, they were actually initially assembled, 80% of them at least, on Mexican territory. And the Mexican government raised serious objections about these barriers, in their words, violating the country's sovereignty. Now this federal...
My goodness, violating the country's sovereignty. Don't you think you're kind of doing that, letting millions of people pour into the country illegally? Hurting their ability, the Border Patrol's ability to protect them. They don't even, half these people don't even get captured. Border Patrol probably likes these, and then the judge is just complaining about them. Like, no, it's bad. 80% he says originally, so probably they probably moved them all back towards the American side. It's probably a mistake by one contractor. And wouldn't Mexico want this? No, of course they don't. Why would they? They want people flooding into America. They can protect their borders and not let people in there, but they don't. And they don't care to, because people don't want to go to Mexico. They want to come to America. But then if they stay in Mexico, Mexico has to deal with them. And I think this is really interesting because all these cities are overran and all their money is getting spent on immigrants. It's insane. And now they're just going to get more of them. They're not going to stay in Texas. Texas is going to send them out of Texas, and then these guys are going to have to take care of them. And we as Texans, we're actually trying to protect the border as a whole. We're trying to protect these big cities like New York and Chicago from getting these people in. But if they get in, we are not going to protect them. You guys are the ones who want to be sanctuary cities, so you're going to have to deal with it. But then even still, with having said all that, we're still trying to help and be set up the border buoys. Because you guys don't need any more of that. And then the judge is like, nope. It's just hurting the left even more. It's like these people are operatives for the right. I don't literally think that, but that's what's happening when this judge does this. If the right got what they wanted and had the wall and the immigration issue went away, the left would fare better in the 2024 election. But they're not doing that. Let's see what else they have to say.
Judge has agreed with the Biden administration's arguments and said that Texas has 10 days until September 15th to move these barriers away from the middle of the Rio Grande. And also, this ruling is prohibiting the state from setting up similar structures in the future. Texas has filed a notice to appeal this ruling, but for now, Elaine, the state has to comply with it and start the process of repositioning, at the very least, these barriers.
Just move them by the shore.
This is a preliminary injunction, and what happens now?
Make them bigger. Put them by the shore.
Steps. We know you'll continue to monitor that situation. Camilo Montoya Galvez, thanks very much, Camilo.
Yeah, very interesting. Yeah, I guess we'll see what happens. I bet you the border buoy is protecting the border to some extent, but what are they? They could just move them to the shore, right? They're not. I don't know. It's tricky how it was worded, right? Dismantle or remove, but if you move them to the shore on Texas land, it's like, what is a judge going to say about that, right? But I think they want them in the middle, so it's easier or harder for them to climb over because it's deeper. I don't really know. But yeah, move them over, leave it there. And they're saying it's like impeding a navigable waterway. It's like, the federal government should have a wall built on the other side. They shouldn't be needed. But what are you going to do? You gotta do something. And having Texas overran by immigrants and then having half of them getting shipped up to these cities that Texans also have to pay for, it's ridiculous. This is what the federal tax, the income tax, and all the federal tax are supposed to go to, right? It's supposed to go to protecting the border, but they're not doing it. So Texans have to spend the money that we put in the coffers through our state taxes, and then we have to pay basically twice. It's like the federal income tax supposed to be going to that. Nope. Our state taxes have to go to it now. Outrageous. And then if the city has to deal with it, our property taxes are going to it now too. So all the taxes are going to immigration when it's that you could just build the wall that the income tax easily paid for. Trump already had it funded. Then now they're selling off materials for pennies on the dollar. This is outrageous. Hopefully they appeal or they just can reposition it so they can keep it up there, because this is wild. I want them to build more of it.
If you like this video, be sure to subscribe for daily news updates, smash that like button, share this video with your friends, and share your thoughts on the story in the comments below. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.